Hi, Carolyn Dube here. Today I am playing with this great stencil called Elephant March, designed by Nathalie Kalbach for Stencil Girl products. So I have plenty of rubber stamps. I own a lot of stuff and I don't always use it, and I've decided it's time for that nonsense to stop. I need to start using my stuff. So I grabbed this tray of rubber stamps that I absolutely adore, bought them because I loved them. And so I am just going to use them to fill in the page. I'm not really thinking other than I want to fill in the page. I am going to let myself be imperfect with this. Notice that the stamps aren't lined up perfectly. You'll see that on some of these I don't get a perfect impression. And you know what? This is just a background. I need to quit thinking so hard about things and just start playing with my stuff. This last stamp, I love the little sort of pointy end of it, and I decided that would become the banner at the top. And you know what? If there are things in this that I don't like, I can cover them up with more layers, but for right now, I'm having fun using my toys. So as I was positioning the elephant for this, I realized that I'd made an oops, an outstanding opportunity that presented suddenly. The journal that I grabbed was smaller than the stencil. That really wasn't my plan, but since I had to deal with that, by having the elephant coming slightly off the page, it makes the elephant look like it's walking into my journal, and I like that even better than the image that I had in my head that I was going to make. So once again, an oops takes me to a great place, and this stencil was so easy to add that second color of paint in there. So here I've got this elephant, and it's orange and it's pink, and I needed more color with it. So I have this piece of cardboard that I've covered in various tapes that I've made left over from another project on my counter, and it called to me to be in this one. I love all the crazy color in this. It was almost the perfect size just as it was, so I think it was meant to be in here. And what I'm going to do is just kind of trim it down to get it to about the right length of what it'll fit in an art journal. Clearly I'm not doing this with the precision of a surgeon, just kind of cutting off pieces. Now that piece I'll save, by the way, because that piece will be fun in something else. And so I really want to incorporate more of the elephant interacting with what it's walking on. So I love the curve on the feet of the elephant, and I love that the bottom of my colorful strip here is kind of wonky. So I'm going to play on that. I want to make this so that it looks like the elephant is interacting with that colorful walkway that it's on. For that, I'm just going to take a pencil. I happen to have a Stabilo pencil here. And I'm just going to kind of trace out where I want to cut this, where I think the feet of the elephant should be. And then all I'm going to do is take my scissors and kind of roughly cut this and keep fiddling with it until it gives me the look that I want. Now, if you're curious how I made that colorful piece of cardboard right there, it is actually filled with all sorts of tapes that I have altered and transformed using techniques from my workshop, Transform Your Tape. You can actually see how I made this exact piece of cardboard in a video that I did a week or so ago. I'll have the link down below for you so you can pop over and see exactly how that came to be. And if you'd like to find out more about how to use all your washi tapes and things like packing tape and turn them into really super colorful things you can use, I've got that information about my workshop down there too. So now all I have to do is make sure this colorful road that the elephant is walking on is taped in with a little double-sided sticky tape, and it is ready to go. Well, I needed a word with this because I have to have words in everything I do. So I went into my stash of jelly prints and printed off a couple of letters. Actually I die cut the letters, and now my elephant is a playful elephant. But I still wasn't done, and for this I decided I needed that white space there is kind of bugging me. I wanted to make the top stand out a little bit more, but I didn't want to lose the detail that was in my stamped image there because I'm really happy with how that came out. So I decided to pull out my pan pastels, and that'll give me a little bit of color on top. And by using a tool like this with my pan pastels, I am really able to control exactly where the color is going to go, and for something like this where I really want to keep it just inside those stamped images, it was perfect. So I did need some more words in here to go along with the play, and I went with play with the elephant in the room. Decided they had to be a really bright color because, it's not like I had enough color going on. I had to get a little more in there. So just a quick spray ink of them and get them positioned about where I think I want them. And then I'm just going to use some good old tacky glue and put those things down. And I thought I was done at this point. but I wasn't, because that white space up at the top just kept bugging me. I got a thing with white space apparently. And I wanted it to be yellow, but I didn't think I wanted it to be as bright as the words. So I took a little bit of the dilution spray ink and a whole lot of water to water it down to try and give me a slightly subtle look of yellow in there. And I have to say, I didn't like it subtle so much. I ended up going back over it and making sure that it was a nice bright yellow. Probably should have just gone with full strength spray ink the first time. But hey, it's just an oops, right? Well, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. And just so you know that every time this video gets shared, it's like bribing my muse to come back and inspire me again and again to make more videos. So thank you for all that support.